This week, Mark and I had the privilege of visiting Island Infusion in Solomons, where we get to learn all about injecting ourselves with vitamins and minerals and rehydrating yourself. It's definitely something that's new and creative for our world, so definitely check it out. This week's episode is brought to you by the Chris Hill team of Century 21 New Millennium.
So today we have the pleasure of meeting Miss Shannon Morley with Island Infusions, which I'm not really sure what that is, but we're going to find out here shortly.
Well, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Thank
facility
you.
is absolutely, we're like in these plush leather
We
chairs.
both walked in, we're like,
beautiful.
where
Like,
are you
wow.
right now? Yeah, this place is nice.
You
Yeah,
are
we're just
in
I
a
know, I just
stop.
hang out, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about Island Infusions.
So Island Infusion is going to be a spa that gears itself towards rehydration and helping you to elevate your energy and really focus on health and hydration from the inside out. So oftentimes it's difficult to maintain hydration levels for one reason or another, whether or not it's, too much partying, you're in the gym too often, or you're preparing for, a marathon where you want to really boost up your hydration. Or if you're working towards other goals, weight loss, we'll have drips that work well hand in hand with that. And then other people just are not good water drinkers, so same.
That's me.
Yeah.
100%. It's hard, it's a busy world that we live in, and you find that taking care of yourself sometimes falls to the wayside.
Right.
This will make it very easy for you to pop in, get a quick IV, get some minerals, nutrients, vitamins, a bag of fluids, and feel better on your way out the door.
Wow.
I've seen some of these in similar operations in resort type areas, and I've never done that. So we're going to come back and do that for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm curious about it though. Like, so there, you have what type? You said you got a weight loss and just it's not just like a regular IV, and you got just hydration, or what is it?
So each bag has additional additives in it, different vitamins, different nutrients that based on our end goal. So do you want the glow up version, where we're working on skin, hair, nails, anti-aging?
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
The weight loss. There's also a Myers cocktail that's one of the most famous infusions. It's just all
Myers
vitamins.
Dark Rum.
It will work well after that as well, yes.
Oh, got it.
So it really, each bag will have different cocktails dependent on what you are seeking, and really after a quick evaluation, what we feel would be best for you.
So I know I made fun of it, but what was the Myers?
I was hoping you were
cocktail?
going to ask, because
Yeah.
I was like, I really want to know. What it is.
Yeah.
So it is a basic infusion. It's magnesium, your B12, B complex. It's really the foundation of all IV infusions. So if you just have a general goal of wanting to get hydrated and feel better, that would be a good option for you. And then once you start adding on other things, you would add those onto that basic infusion.
Gotcha.
So different additives for your weight loss, for your anti-aging, so on and so forth.
That's pretty cool, actually.
It is pretty
sounds like
cool.
something. And honestly, in today's world, it'd be really nice to have that, because especially with the vitamin stuff, if you really, feel like people around you are sick or whatever, or maybe it's time to get like a vitamin injection.
I have some friends throughout the country that have mentioned that they've done like vitamin treatments, or like I've heard of them getting like shots, like a vitamin
We
shot.
will offer
once a
those
month.
too.
Okay.
As well.
So, and then I know there's like hormone therapies and stuff like that out there too, for men and women that are lacking certain hormones that they need in order to be at their highest functionality. So,
Yes.
is some of that part of the plan too, or is it just the IV infusion?
So it's all conjoined. So that is the portion that is offered through Patuxent Wellness. And
Gotcha.
then the Island Infusion is more geared towards the infusions and injections.
Yeah.
And the thing is with vitamins, we take them all day, every day, but you lose so much of it through the GI and the digestive process. You don't get the biggest bang for your buck.
Right,
So when you're getting it through an IV, it is being absorbed and used much more by your body than it could be through the oral process.
I mean, it makes sense, right? It was like
Even the
running through your whole
injection,
body.
same.
Right.
When it's injected into the muscle, then it is used slower. When you are digesting it, then it's used at a much faster rate because you're metabolizing it. What's left of it, you're metabolizing it. This way, once it's in the muscle, it's absorbed and used much slower. So even the injections are more beneficial than the oral method.
Do you do them? Do you do them?
Yeah.
I think it's really cool, actually. I'm really fascinated by this.
This is where I feel like health science is headed.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's these alternative things that we're not used to hearing about or not used to knowing about. I mean, how long have people been taking oral, vitamins forever,
Yes.
right? So
The only time you get the others, you're in the hospital, right?
Right.
And so that's at that point, it's probably a little too late.
Well, and what's ironic about that is that, why do you wait until you get to that point?
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
know,
saying.
you wait till you get to that point
Yeah.
where you go to the hospital, you need IV fluids, you need IV vitamins or whatever you're being provided there, and this is a way that you can do it in a more regular maintenance type basis. So how that's a good question.
relaxed environment, right?
So how I mean, this is
I know. I'm like.
I wouldn't
And the
imagine-
lights dim
I wouldn't imagine
and-
getting an IV.
Yeah.
I know. I want to take a nap.
Yeah, the chairs recline.
Oh, don't tell me that.
You got
We
two
have
realtors in
blankets.
here. You get us in a comfy chair. We're out. So
Yeah.
I was going to ask, so how often should you get those
Great
infusions
question.
done?
Yeah.
It really depends on the type. Some of them are bi-weekly, we'll want it twice a month. Others you can have once a week. It's not something that would be a daily event that you would want to do just because your body needs to process them. You
Right.
need to metabolize them and make sure that you're excreting them all out before you're getting them all built back up again.
Overdose
I was-
of vitamins?
So you can have levels.
No, I'll tell you where I was going.
You can have levels that are too therapeutic, and then those come with their own set of side effects. Maybe some numbness and tingling, or pins and needles, like some paresthesia. So yes, you can.
Suppose someone were dehydrated more than once a week. Is that something they could come in?
Yes. Because if you think about it, you're
Asking for a friend.
100%. We would help your friend.
Got it.
Yes.
I think yes, I think it's fascinating, really. I do. I actually really love
So
this.
I've heard the whole, you can get a bag of IV fluids and it cures a hangover.
Yeah.
Does it really cure a hangover? When we say cure, what do we mean? Do we go?
Well, I mean, a big part of it, a big part of a hangover is the dehydration portion, right? That's why you get the headache, and so you get the headaches and the blurry, the dried eyes.
Open
and
a
things.
bar where you can drink and receive IV
Next
fluids
door,
at
we
the
need to
same
get a
time.
building next door.
Yes.
Go next door and get an IV as soon as you've had your cocktail.
Non-hangover bar.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pump it full of oxygen.
Yeah, there's a lot of places who market them in bars as sip and drip.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Actually, it makes sense though. But
Yeah.
but this is truly that's why I like this. This is a spa experience, right? You can tell
Yes.
from when you come in the door.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is definitely a spa experience, and you can feel it when you walk in.
And that's my goal, is to offer a whole experience, just so people don't feel like you're coming in, you're just getting a quick, bag and then you're on your way.
Yeah.
So that that you're here with a provider that really cares about you. We want to treat the whole patient and not just the issue at hand. We want to make sure that we're not doing anything that goes against all of the other diagnoses that you may have or the other medications that you're on, and that we're helping everything all at the same time.
Go ahead.
No, I think that's important part of this, because this is a medical type procedure, right?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Are you a doctor?
I'm a nurse practitioner.
Okay, so
That's what a great-
you
that's
have
what
to
I
have a
was
certain level of education, I would imagine. I mean, only
I
Chris and
can't- I
I can
can't
hook
stick
people
in-
up to IVs.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, so you bring that, obviously that part of the equation to things as well, where you're able to look at, is somebody coming and asking me for something that they need, or, are they asking me for something that could
Right.
be damaging to them?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I mean, you're trained in dealing with that, which is actually really important, I think, because
And I spent
I mean,
most
if it
of my
were up to
nursing
me, I'd have
career
a
in
drip
the
line
ER.
in, and you could just hook me up on Mondays
Yes.
and Wednesdays. And and we'll be good to go.
They're small needles, and you'll be fine.
I don't like the needles.
Yeah, the idea of putting something into my veins just really freaks me out.
Me a little bit too, but I'm excited to try it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not that
It's just a
scared.
little straw. The catheter's like a little straw.
Yeah.
Yeah. The needle doesn't stay in, just the catheter.
Right. But I like the idea of receiving vitamins and, feeling better and feeling healthier. I think that for us, especially with what we do every day,
for sure.
We're in such a stressful environment every single day that it's just like I feel like every day I feel like my body's depleted.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Mark get out of his truck when we got here, and you actually had this defeated look and like finally like a relaxation session. Like you're like.
Now I get
and I'm like,
something fun.
I'm not throwing you under the bus because I could feel that. I understand it.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Yeah, I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I don't want to discredit or, I love what I do.
Me too, right.
We both love
We
what
love
we do.
it,
But
right.
it is like, especially there's certain days that are just.
It is a labor.
Well, I mean, there's so many things. It's
Anything,
like,
I think you'd put your heart and soul
your health
into.
comes, or my health has always come secondary for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and that's
Yes.
something that you want to, this is something that could complement the ability
and
to
maybe
improve on
a
that.
quicker, easier way.
Yeah, to help you get on track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's somebody
Make your
needs it,
body
you know
more
what I mean?
balanced, exactly.
Right. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
out there and if it's something that you need, this is an opportunity for you to help yourself,
So,
right?
Yes.
I have a couple questions. Before I get there, though, what would you like to educate our audience on, or what message do you want to make sure that you get across today about Island Infusions?
I just want people to know that they are coming and to see an experienced practitioner who really cares about them and is not looking to just make a dollar. I really want this to be, we're looking at all kinds of things, maybe offering like detoxifying foot baths while you're getting your infusion, take the bad stuff out while you're putting the good stuff in.
That's cool.
And just making it a place that all of Southern Maryland feels welcome, and when you come through the door, you can just decompress.
Yeah.
And know that when you leave, that your energy is going to be improved, your mentality is going to be improved, that we will give you the tools that you need to take better care of yourself. For us, real luxury is focusing on wellness.
See, that's awesome. That's really good.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So this is a new question I just thought of.
Okay.
I'm full of questions, but is there a link between these types of deficiencies, like vitamin deficiencies, or even hydration deficiency and anxiety, depression?
Oh, I'm sure.
That is really the root of functional medicine, which is the way that I think that the world is going.
Right.
We're really trying to take the focus off of big pharma.
Right.
Trying to stop medicating to medicate to medicate to medicate.
Right.
And many of the problems that people experience originate in vitamin
basics.
deficiencies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We talked
Not
about
enough
this once.
protein,
We had a show
not
on this
enough
one time.
fiber. And really taking a look at your gut and, adding a probiotic to your daily regimen.
So I had a friend that was having some spouts of depression, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she went to the doctors and ended up finding out that she was vitamin D deficient.
Yes.
And then she got on a vitamin D supplement, and it actually
Helped her a lot,
tremendously
really.
improved her
Wow.
her depression. So that's why I asked that. I'm just
So
curious.
that is key for people who suffer from seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah.
If you hear those people, oh, it's
Right.
winter, I'm not happy. That's why.
That's
Right.
me.
Because you're not
Is it?
getting
Yeah.
that sunshine and you're not getting that level of vitamin D, which
Yeah.
sun exposure is some of
Vitamin
the
D
best.
is a hard one for you to keep too. I
We-
think.
we have
the
to
sun.
plan.
You can only get so much from the sun, but
Right.
We have to plan a vacation in the winter every year just so I can go someplace warm. Like right around January, it's like, all right, it's time to go
Trying to get
some
in the sun.
sunshine,
Yeah.
and I got to get out of this gloomy. And I don't hate winter,
Yeah.
right? But it definitely isn't my favorite season.
That's interesting.
So my next question before we wrap up
Yes.
is, when do you open?
We are slated, our use and occupancy, which is what we have been waiting on, was just approved. So we're slated to have a grand opening on October 28th.
Okay,
Cool. Good.
We'll have a big parking lot party with, swag bags and.
You know what? Tell everybody where you are because I
28th,
think
Halloween
you
might
can, yeah, I
be a
know. I
hit.
see that Halloween hit.
Yeah.
No, make sure. I mean, so you're in Solomons. This is in Solomons
Yes.
on, and I hate to use a landmark,
Creston
just
Lane.
Creston Lane, just past the True Value or whatever it is. Oh, it's still True
Yes.
Value there, right? Just past that this
Yes.
building right here.
Just south of True Value.
Just south.
On the right-hand side,
Yeah.
the next building down.
You got
I just
it.
want to say that so because you make sure people get by.
Yeah, I've always felt like this little strip is like kind of like hidden.
Yeah, a
You
little
don't-
bit.
It is.
You don't know what's here unless you know what's here. You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
Yeah.
So,
And we hope that word of mouth is big for us.
Well, come out and check it out.
Yeah,
I
come see
plan
us
on
on
it.
the
I definitely
28th.
plan on trying this out
Yeah.
because I'm excited about it actually. It sounds like fun.
We'll have a link where people can schedule appointments in advance. That is almost finished. I didn't want to roll it out too soon because it doesn't have a time that I can start it. It kind of goes
Right.
live as soon as you give it out.
Got it.
So once I knew exactly what our opening day would be, I felt more comfortable. And now that I do, I'll give that out so people can book in advance.
Very
cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.